Now, some of you may have just got your first Sony camera and you're not too sure on what lens you need to buy first. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the one and only lens you need for your Sony camera. So the lens we're going to be talking about today is the 16-35G master lens. Now, some of you may know of this lens, some of you may not. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this lens today is because it's very important to me, and it's the main lens that I run with when I shoot all my music videos, commercial work, any sort of events. This is my main go-to lens. So how did I find out about this lens? It all stemmed from my old camera, the GH4 Panasonic. That was a sick camera back then, and the combo that I used to use was a speed booster with the Sigma 18-35mm with a 1.8 f-stop. So this camera and this lens was only right to go towards because I knew the sort of style that I wanted. So having another 16-35, I knew that I would be able to capture wide shots, and then I knew I'll be able to capture zoomed in shots, and also the in-between, like the 24, the 28. I knew that I'll be able to have that versatility whilst filming. So it's very important. It all stems on from your style and what you're used to, and to make sure that you're sticking with your main choice and not just copying someone else off of what you know. Now, some of you guys may be thinking to yourself, this guy is just overrating this lens. Why is he hyping it up so much? But it's just from the experience I've had with this lens. The quality you get out of it is just crazy. You're able to color grade really nicely, especially if you're using the Sony a7S III alongside this. That combination is so nice. If you're using the a7 III or the a7 II, this lens is still good, but the S3 just brings out all of the colors that you really need. So in my full opinion, guys, if you're looking for a lens that is within a wide shot and you're being able to zoom in at a slight distance, this is the one you want to go for. Now, we all know camera equipment is very expensive. So a lens like this, you're probably looking at around £1,700. Now, you can get it a lot cheaper from maybe places like Facebook Marketplace, online, people selling it on eBay, stuff like that. But in my opinion, for when I'm investing in myself and getting cameras and lenses like this, I just like to get it fresh so that I know that there's no problems with it. But I'm not gonna lie, because of the price, this lens might not be for you. Previously, like I said, I used to use an 18-35 Sigma, which was manual focus. You can't use autofocus with a speed booster. It just doesn't work. So alongside all of my shoots, I was manual focusing. The handheld shots, I used manual focus. Everything, gimbal shots, I used to use a technique where I would step 5 steps forward, I would add my focus to the subject that I want, and then step 5 steps back. So then I knew that that was my focus area. So having this lens and just autofocusing everything, I was like, oh my days, what have I been missing out on? Having that autofocus and that quality, it just upgraded my work completely. I got more creative with the shots as well, because I knew, for example, I could shoot in low light a lot better, I could shoot up close really nicely, and I could have my nice zoomed angles when I wanted to. So getting this lens was one of my best decisions ever. Now, I've said so much good things about this lens, but at the end of the day, there's always cons with a product like this. So what are they? Number one, price. Very expensive. I mentioned it at the start, but I feel like that is the top thing about this lens. It's very expensive. A lot of people are not going to be able to afford it, especially if they're just getting into videography, photography. It's something that people are going to, stay away from. They're going to make sure that they get something a lot cheaper to start off with. So that is a huge con in my opinion. The second thing is the weight and the size. Now, a lot of us like to use gimbals, and certain gimbals are not going to be able to carry this much weight. And it's very important you are researching and understanding about weight and how heavy these lenses are before you buy them, because it could be a huge mistake depending on what equipment you have, or just in general, you don't want to be carrying a heavy camera. You might be used to lightweight cameras, lightweight lenses, prime lenses, so keep that in mind as well. The last thing would be the autofocusing. Now, I'm actually not talking about the autofocusing itself and how it looks. I'm talking about the sound. Some of you might just be a little bit picky on how much sound you're generating from an autofocus, and with this lens, you hear a lot of that autofocusing when you're trying to focus on something. So just bear in mind, with a lens like this, you're not always gonna get the best features in terms of sound, price, weight. So just keep that in mind, guys. But overall, this lens is a 10 out of 10 for me. I feel like me transferring to a lens like this has improved my work a lot and has enabled me to get to the level I am at today. So let me know in the comments below, is this lens for you? Do you currently use it? Are you going to buy it? What do you think is the best lens for videography and photography? Let me know in the comments below. I am currently using the 24 to 70mm Sigma lens. That lens is incredible as well, so I just thought I'll share that with you guys. That is definitely another lens that you can delve into, but this one here is my favorite at the moment. But guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope this helped you a lot so that you guys can invest in your first Sony lens that you need. And if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you in the next video.